Introducing the FiiO K5 K1. And obviously the FiiO which is basically the predecessor to the K5, so we'll go compare that later. First this, K1. Look at it, it's adorable. Comes with a little belt clip, USB micro in, headphone out. Very similar to, say, something like the Audio Quest, Dragonfly. And I picked one up with the full intention of using it on my phone. You get a OTG mini to mini or micro to micro, and it doesn't work with the phone. So automatic, not fail, but disappointment. So I guess you're getting it for your laptop. Okay. Same as the Audio Quest Dragonfly, only for a fraction of the cost. Let's plug something in. Plug in the hard to drive cans. Actually, I should make sure I can actually... Yep, it's all set up. Let me see what the options are. K1... Yeah, 24-bit 96 is as high as she goes. We're going to event to it. The K1 Mini. Oh. Now, there's no volume control in this, so should you choose to accept it, you're going to be using only digital volumes. Let's see how it handles the Fostex. You know, now, I've already stated in the review of these that they're the hardest to drive headphones I've ever had. Like, ever had. And it's pushing them acceptably loud. Let's get to a loud bit of the song. I mean, I know I'm pushing the absolute limits of it, but it can push. Once it pushes these, it can push anything. So my 600s here will be like a breeze. Come here for a second, baby. You got a lot of screen time, but not a lot of play time. Lower the hell out of this. Lower it. A little more volume. I'm looking for a volume knob. See, I took my hand off to actually raise the volume, and it's like, oh. That's loud. But see, here's the thing. I'm back on full volume again, and this is now loud enough. It is right now loud enough. So, yeah, that gets to the louds. So Audio Quest Dragonfly versus K1, I have listened to this for obviously days on end. Just get this. Just get this. Little lightweight, listen to it. Metal housing, crush proof. Why it has a fucking clip? You can't tell me, because if it had the ability to hook up to a phone, the clip makes sense. Without the ability to hook up to a phone, I don't understand the clip. But there it is. K1 approved. But now you're not here to see the K1 review. That's why I threw it in there for like 3 seconds. K1 works. Works really well. Sounds great. We're here for the K5. Now, let me change my output device. FiiO K here was probably the most recommended thing ever that I've ever recommended, ever. Because as soon as I got it, told the guy, I can't send it to you, I'm keeping it, and I'll just pay you for it. Which I did. Or I sent him another one. And these are both designed to be docks. This could dock with the FiiO K or the E17, I forget which one it specifically is. And then you could use the DAC in the portable DAC to be the DAC, and then you could plug in USB on the back, and then it could use the DAC and it would be the amp. So this is very similar in that it has now a non-proprietary USB micro jack for their players or DAC will fit in this now. And same thing you could do, only this time, I should really disconnect it to show you. The back has a full-size USB in and then a dock in micro. So I think that is just a pass-through. Because I've tried it. There's no DAC built into this unit. It's just a headphone amp. It's a headphone amp and preamp, which is what this is. In fact, this is a headphone amp with a pre-out and a line-out, which is nice. And this is a headphone amp with a line-out and a line-in. There's a line-in. This also has a balanced line-out. Now, where the hell did I put those wires? I bought them, but I've never used them. I'm never probably going to use them. But, you want to be a crazy, crazy a-hole. I will link to these. You can XLR balanced output from this unit. So you could buy a pair of these, hook them up to your A500 or to a heavy-duty headphone amp. I don't think the Lake People has it now. But yeah, so that's having a balanced out on $110, which, by the way, same price. They're not stupid. Usually you expect, okay, the old one would drop to 110 and the new one came out to 100. No, 110. I'm going to eventually get these to work at some point. Full line, so no pre-out anymore. You've lost the ability to pre-out. You've got line out, line in. That's it. Same exact power intake as the previous, which is a 15 volt 1.5 amp, where the old one had, where the hell's the working power supply? Hold on. Whereas the old one here had just that indicator, which it was blue, but it was small, and if you had the wrong angle, you couldn't tell your unit was on. This new one, you can't miss it. There's a weight difference. The older one is heavier. Probably just the casing got a little thinner on the new one. They've obviously widened it. It's a little bit fatter. It's the same depth, but she's gained a little weight. She's a little round around the edges. Mr. Incredible there. The other changes, old one, let me just disconnect it all. Disconnect everything. Why am I even having anything plugged in? The gain switch was here in the back, and the front had the dock in or auxiliary in. And now there's no adjustments in the back. It's line and dock are here. And the gain switch is now a three-way gain switch, which is a rare option. Let me talk about that for a second. Because I have A-B'd these. I had them with my little switcher, and I went back and forth and back and forth. And I could have put this review out as soon as I got it and just given it to you. But I really wanted to understand what was different. Because there is a sound difference. And the K5 sounds just a little bit cleaner. Just the smallest little BB bit cleaner. The Q5 wins. But on high gain, the FiiO K9 is still more powerful. And I think that's where the cleanliness comes in. I think the K5 knows its limitations and stays away from them. So even with a three-way gain of low, medium, and high, on high, it takes like 3 o'clock to power the crazy T50 RPs to like loud. I always judge to loud. And on the old FiiO K9, it only took to half on high. Not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. After all, those are the hardest that you could ever possibly have to drive. Now, these are just split in the back, so I could plug either one in and it'll work. You have to plug it into the line in, however. Want to take you there. Where is my adapter? Adapter. I'll borrow that. Thank you. Lower that. Low gain. Line in. Raise this. Make sure that's up. Yeah. So, see if I can give you a little demonstration of the low, medium, high gain. Low. Medium. High. So that's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, I'm still at half. I think it's a more linear volume knob. I think this one sort of got exponent. This one sort of ramped up real fast and then slowed down. And this is, yeah, this is a very linear volume. Can we put some shuffle on? Yeah. As far as audible differences that I heard, this sort of excited it a little bit. No, now that I've been through the gamut of headphone amps and DACs and everything else, when something is coloring it just in a little happy way, I could just taste it. And I think that's what the O9K was doing and is doing, still is doing. Just a little bit more bass, just a little bit sharper high. And this sort of like flattens it out, the K5. But that's good. You want flat. You want flat. Because there's so much difference in headphones automatically that just compounding amplification issues onto whatever sound signatures, you don't want it. Nice, flat, neutral. I'm going to call it powerful. I'm going to call it powerful simply because it's pushing this set. And that seems like as high as you'd ever have to go. Love these. Love them. So, yeah, the K5. Back at the top of my recommendations. The O9K. Love you, baby. Still love you. Even though you're slightly flawed. Did have a pre-out, though. That's people with powered monitors are going to be a little bit upset that that doesn't exist anymore. But that's what these cool knobs are for, man. And I will eventually figure out how to make this mess do something, because I'm not missing out on this. I just can't use it. I wish this was wider too, so I could just charge my phone there. It'd be so cool if I could just charge my phone. And I can't. Phone won't fit. Phone's too wide. It's nice of them to include a door instead of just nothingness. Yeah, blue. The blue doesn't offend me. It's not a direct blue. It's glowing blue, but it's just okay. I just kind of like it when it's like, hold on, wait for the red. Oh. All right. Yes. Headphone amp. Good. Blue. We could get past the blue. And if I do pick up a FiiO player, it'd be nice to try it in this. However, I am going to be selling this to anyone who wants it that is a patron of $5 or more. I don't know what I'll drop the price to. I'll specify in the post. But that's how this all works. Please join the patron. I use that money to buy things to review, and then I just sell it back to you for a reduced cost because steamroll to the next thing. So, any questions, comments, leave them below. Let's move on. Probably keep this, honestly. Well, I don't know if I want to. Damn it! Why don't you work on my phone? If it only worked on my phone.